Hi, it's Jeanine, and it's actually 1:33 a.m. But I was just feeling like filming right now. It's just, I don't know. Ever since I got these soft boxes, it's just been really helpful to be able to film at night. So I had a long day. It was 4th of July today, and I went somewhere with my boyfriend, and we watched fireworks and everything, and my family is out of town. So I'm home alone. Literally me in my house alone. It's scary. So today, actually tonight, I don't know what to consider this. I'm gonna be doing a fun random video, and I like just doing like chatty videos with you guys. So I'm gonna do a video where I just tell you 4 scary stories that have happened to me. I don't know why I'm telling you this because I'm home alone and it's night right now. It's probably the dumbest thing I could probably ever do. But you know what? To entertain you guys, I will do it. But I'm gonna talk to you guys about 4 scary stories that have happened to me. And they're just really random, but I kind of wrote them down. So I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, hi Davis. Sorry, that was my boyfriend and my mom texting me. So I just want to get this video done so I can go to sleep because I have to nanny tomorrow. But if you're wondering anything on me, anything at all, it'll be in the description bar. I'm pretty tired, but this is the first time I've straightened my hair since my haircut, so it's feeling very healthy. So if you guys like a hair care routine, let me know. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm just gonna tell the first story, and this was with 2 of my sisters, Angela and Vanya, and my best friend Cammie, who lives down the street. And Cammie just kind of got her license. I think she had it for about a year. And we had this weird tradition where we were just like, yeah, let's go to donuts in a school parking lot. There's a school right by our house. And it's not in the best area, so we were like, oh, let's be stupid and go do donuts in the parking lot, because we used to do that all the time. So we got our Jack in the Box, and we're in the parking lot doing circles, just being stupid. You know, how dumb can we be? Oh, just a warning, I'm not good at telling stories, just letting you know that now. I'm awful at it, never been good at it, just letting you know. So we're doing little donuts in the parking lot, you know, just not thinking anything of it, and we're like, yeah, woo, I'm so stupid. And then we were like, okay, let's go home. And then all of a sudden, this car starts following us. And there's 2 Hispanic guys in this car, and the car is like a oldish kind of raggedy car, and they start following us. First we're not thinking anything of it, but then, you know, we start to notice that every turn we're doing, they're doing too. And we were like, oh my gosh, this guy's following us. So we kind of start to test and see if they are. So we start going through random streets, and every street we're going down, they're following us and they're speeding us. So we're like, holy crap. We start like crying and freaking out, and we're calling all of our parents. Nobody's answering, and so we don't know what to do. I mean, I don't know why. Like, we were like 16, 15, 14. We were young. And we were like, oh my gosh, what do we do? So we started calling everybody, and we just were like, no, we're not going to call the cops just yet. So we just started driving through neighborhoods, just speeding, skipping through stop signs. And let me remind you, this was probably at 11 o'clock at night. Sometime like that. We're speeding through stop signs. We're freaking out. Like, I'm crying, like praying in the back seat. I'm like, oh my God, dear Jesus, please let me not die tonight. I'm gonna die tonight. Like, I'm so sorry. What did I do against you? And I was crying in the back seat. Me and my sister were like holding hands. We're like, this is where we die. And it's just, we were so terrified, and like, we were just speeding. And so finally we like found a way to just get rid of them. So we like sped through a neighborhood, and they didn't see us. They couldn't find us. And like, we think that their goal was to, because they kept trying to tailbone us. You know, tailbone is when your car's going straight and they're going this way. It was like they were trying to hit our car so they could like kidnap us or rape us. I don't know what it was, but they were chasing after us. And so we sped home, and we like immediately pushed my friend's gate open. We got in the garage, and we like shut the garage door so they couldn't see our car. And then we ran upstairs, we looked out the window, and then they drove past her house, and they didn't know we were in there. And we all go upstairs, and we're just like, oh my gosh. And I was crying. Like, first we were like, oh my God, that was crazy, ha 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 ha. And then I was like, yeah, I almost died. And my boyfriend, I was talking to him, and I was like, these guys were trying to get us. And he was like, they just wanted your tacos, because we went to Jack in the Box, but he really meant tacos as in a different thing. But yeah, that was the first scary story. Just, it was awful, and I hope I never go through anything like that again. It was awful. Okay, here is the second story. So, me and my sisters were driving to school one day, and we were on the highway, and all of a sudden, we noticed that traffic is kind of slowing down, but we're like, yeah, what's going on? So we just start speeding by, and all of a sudden, there's this man lying on the road. And we were like, oh my gosh. There's a bridge up above, and the guy, we didn't see him jumping off, but he jumped off and fell to his death. And we were just like, oh my gosh. And I looked to the right, and there's this lady just sitting in her car on the side of the road, just like, because we just saw this dead guy on the middle of the road, and like we almost hit him. We drove literally right by him, and we like swerved away, and we were like, oh my gosh. And like this, people were on the other side like calling the cops, and people were calling ambulances, and like first I didn't know if the guy jumped off, but like, I mean, we kind of figured, and we were like going to school, and I was just like, holy crap. And like I couldn't stop thinking about it for the next like month. Like it was terrifying. And then I saw it on the news that he had committed suicide, but it was just so sad. His clothes was ripped, I can't think of it. It makes me so sad and disgusted. And just the fact that someone would like do that. And so that was just really, really scary. It like haunted me, and I got nightmares because of it. And like I went to school and I told people, and they're like, no you didn't. And I'm like, yes I did. And I like showed them the article, and they're like, oh wow, that's really crazy. So that was really scary. Whew, yeah, that was really scary. The next thing is, one time we were coming back from my friend's lake house, and this was again my best friend Cammie, who we were just with in the first story. So we were leaving her lake house, and you know, it's out in the country, so we're driving, and we see these little girls on four-wheelers, and so we're just driving along, and all of a sudden we see this huge dust cloud, and so we stop, and we're like, what the heck? And so we back up, and all of a sudden I see this girl, we all see this girl running out of the bushes, and her arm from like here to here, like this huge chunk gone, just gone. And you could see like her bone, her muscles, like all the veins, just like everything was just sticking out, like blood dripping, whole huge gash, not even a gash, a huge chunk taken out of her freaking arm. And like I just stared at it, and I was just like, and good thing is my best friend's dad is a doctor, so he knew immediately what to do. The little girl her sister was freaking out. She was frantic, hysterical. She was running back and forth. She was screaming. The other little girl was in just such shock. She didn't even cry. Like she didn't even do anything. She was just like, oh my gosh. Like she looked at her arm. And the other little girl was like, oh my god, my sister, my sister. She was freaking out. She got on her four-wheel and decided to just drive off. She just drove off. And then she went to get her parents. But my best friend's dad like grabbed her arm and like wrapped some stuff around it so the blood wouldn't go off, and they took her to the hospital. Good thing is we had two cars, thank God. So he had my best friend's boyfriend drive, and they drove her to the hospital, and he had her in his lap, and you know, he drove her and just was holding her arm as tight as possible to get rid of that blood, and just to, you know, keep it in there and everything. And the little girl, like she was just in such shock. I don't think she really knew what was going on, but she apparently was very calm, which was awesome. And so the parents come, and they're like, what did you do to our daughter? Where is she? You kidnapped her. You stole our daughter. And we're like, excuse me, we just saved your daughter's life. And they're like, how could you take our daughter? And so we were like, we saved your freaking daughter's life. Without us, like, your daughter would be dead right now. So we drive to the hospital, and the girls at the ER, they had to get her on a helicopter and fly her to a different hospital because we were in such a small town that they couldn't do anything really. But later, you know, we come back, and the girl wanted to give us cookies for saving her life, which was so cute. But it was crazy, and just to see that all the blood dripping and the fact that her arm was pretty much gone. I don't know, I think her arm was still, they didn't cut it off, they were able to save it. I just don't know how much abilities she has left in that. But it was crazy. Yeah, so that's the third story. And then I will just end this on the last note. This one was actually really scary. This was just a personal own scary story of my first car accident, and it was the worst car accident. It happened in February of this year. I was driving to school, and it had been raining that morning, and it stopped, but I was running late, and I borrowed my brother's sports car, which was a 350Z. And I was like, dude, please, like, I need to go to school. I need your car. And he was like, no, I don't want you using my car. And I was like, please, please, please. I was like, I'm late. I don't have a car right now because I don't have my own car. And he was like, okay, whatever, you know, take the car, goodbye. And so I was like, okay, you know, I promise I'll be safe. And so I was just driving in my car, and the roads are wet, and a yellow light is coming, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I gotta make this light. So I speed up to make the light, and all of a sudden my car just loses control. Just goes in complete circles. It goes over the median, hits a car, hits a pole, hits 2 other cars in the process. It's just circling, and I'm literally just in the car like this, and like just going back and forth. Like I was freaking out. In the process, I had no idea that I was hitting other cars. I just knew I was in circles, and I was freaking out. Like I get out of the car, and I just look at it, and it is totaled. It is gone, and my tires are everywhere. There's pieces flying everywhere. I hit another car, and a pole, and I just like got out of the car and just like looked around, and I'm getting like goosebumps, and like it makes me want to cry thinking about this. I was so scared, and I just was like frantic, like screaming, crying. Like I literally was hysterical, like freaking out. It was my brother's car. I called and I was like, I totaled your car, and I was freaking out. And then all of a sudden someone calls the police. Everyone's checking on me. Are you okay? I was, thank God, perfectly fine, untouched. I could barely open my door. My other door was perfectly fine, but mine was crushed. The front was gone, the back was gone. Like I was trying to make my way to school, and then I called my teacher, and I was like, I can't make it to school. I just got in a car accident. But basically my brother was really understanding and loving about it as long as I was safe. But I feel so bad. I totaled his sports car. But it was just crazy. That was really scary. I was scared to drive. Everybody was asking if I was okay. It was just a really scary experience, and oh my god, I was just hearing noises. Oh my gosh, that scared me. This video should not be filmed at night when you're alone, but it's just because it's 4th of July. People are still shooting off fireworks. I thought it was like a gunshot or something. But anyways, yeah, so that's what happened. I just never want to get a car accident again. But those are some of my scary stories. If you have any scary stories, comment them down below. I don't like ghost demonic stories. I don't believe in ghosts. I just believe in demons. So I don't like to hear stories like that. That's why I don't watch scary movies, because I don't want to open the doors for anything to mess with me. So yeah, those are my scary stories. Let me know what you thought about this video if you want me to do more talking, casual, chatty videos. Yeah. So that's it. Thanks for watching this video. I'm gonna go to sleep and sleep with my Bible, because now I've freaked myself out. I hope I didn't scare you, but it wasn't anything like ghosts or anything. It was just scary things that happened to me. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. Peace out, Girl Scout.